I'm Tom Reeve, I'm the editor of CCTV Image Magazine. I'm here with Murat Altuev, who's the president of Axxon, the Russian-based developer of the Intellect video management system. So from modest beginnings in 2003, the company has grown to an international force with 300 staff in 30 countries and over 20,000 customers. So Murat, you started Axxon as a young computer science professional. Is that correct?
Right, exactly. I finished university as a programmer, and I worked in different companies. And one of company where I worked, it was a company who designed DVRs at that time. And actually, the idea came to me at that time. The idea was not to design DVR, but to design security management system. And at that time, it was really revolutionary, let's say, idea, because there was a DVRs, there was a X-control systems, fire alarms, but there wasn't software which can manage all of them in one environment. And this was the idea with which I started development by my own at the beginning. And actually the first version of Intellect was designed by me as a programmer.
Oh, right, yeah. So you wrote the original code?
Yes, I write original code, and actually until now, sometimes I'm involved in the development because I personally very like this.
Right, you're very interested in the development of it.
I feel happy, you know, when I'm programming and doing something which works and which brings something to the people, you know.
Now you were fortunate to get some early backing, some early financial backing for your project.
Yes. When we established company, of course, we got some financials. It actually was my friends. Yeah, they believe in me. They say, yes, Murat, let's start. Yeah. But very quickly, just in a few months, actually, maybe in a half a year, we become positive in the money, let's say, in turnover. So from that moment, we grow only by our own turnover.
And then you had an early success in getting a project with the Moscow Safe Cities.
Yes, it was a big luck for us because just at the beginning we got this project, and it was hundreds of servers, thousands of cameras at that time. Yeah, and this was a really big challenge for us and for our software to be able to get this experience, you know, to run software not in 5 your office computers or 10 computers, but to run on the 100 servers distributed through whole the Moscow. I think this was really the task which allows us to develop very reliable and big scale system. And of course, all our architectural ideas at that time become real because of this project, I think.
Indeed. How many channels did you start out with, and how many channels does Moscow Safe Cities have today?
We start with maybe just area with around 1,000 cameras, but now it's more than 100,000 cameras and around 10,000 servers. So it's really very big project, and interesting that we are still with this project implementing some technologies which I think will be a standard only in the future. But now we already have the area to implement and to try.
Now you obviously scored an early success in your home country with such a massive project as the Moscow Safe Cities, and now you're looking at a number other markets around the world, including Western Europe and the UK in particular, which we're interested in. So, how are you addressing these markets? What is your strategy for coming into these markets?
Yes, very interesting question, because I think that you can become a leader if you have something unique in technology, because I believe that only technology really drives the market and can change the market. So you cannot just come and say, okay, you have video management system and I have, so I will have a market share, right? It will never work. You must come and say, I have something which no one has, and then you can have a market share. And actually happens in Russia. When we came, we had the technology which no one has in the market. And at that time, it was just video compression. Because at that time, the compression, everyone used JPEG compression or MPEG-4. And MPEG-4 and MPEG-2 was very, it needs too much resources of computers, was difficult to implement, and JPEG was too big size of the image, and MPEG was not scalable. Actually, there are a lot of technical things why these algorithms was not good for security. And we designed our own algorithm, which it calls motion wavelet, which was very fast on the old computers. We did up to 400 frames per second with high resolution. It was scalable, so it was able to scale to the current bandwidth. It has really everything what we need, and this was because we designed this algorithm. But now, situation is different. No one needs the compression algorithm because the compression now is done on the IP cameras. And actually the new algorithm which is now coming is 8264 SVC profile, scalable profile. This compression algorithm is really good for security. So it will become a standard. And the question is what we can offer to the market, what unique we can offer to the market. And because just doing video management, especially with the OnVIF standard, for example, it's easy. Any student like me 10 years ago can come out to the university and write the code which will get the video from OnVIF and show it and record with standard file system of Windows. And the question is what you have. And actually we think that we have the product which can work as a physical security management system on the top, which can integrate video management, access control, file alarm, and at the same time, in every area, we can go deep up to working directly with the hardware. I think this is totally a unique product because currently you have a special softwares of every vendor for every device. Like for X-Control, the software from X-Control vendor. For video management, you can have a software from video management vendor. And some companies doing the high-level software to integrate with other software. But there is no software which can combine all in one system. And of course, this is a very hard job because it needs a lot of resources, development resources, to integrate deeply every single hardware, every single camera, X-Control, file alarm. And also a lot of resources and ideas to find how to make them work together and bring something unique to the user.
So your strategy is to produce a product that integrates more effectively with as many different security devices as possible, even better than any competition.
Yeah, exactly. Our idea is to integrate by ourselves many different devices, many different technologies like analytics, like number plate recognition, face recognitions, traffic monitoring, all what we have, integrate them deeply by ourselves, and more important, find the interface ideas and some features which will really bring something unique at the end to the customer.
So how's that going in? How's the marketing strategy going in Western Europe and the UK? How are you being received by the market?
First of all, if to say about the way we will work, of course we are a software vendor and we want to work directly with system integrators because we are delivering not only software but also training and support. Because with software you can do much more with the hardware. Software is always on the edge of technologies, right? Everything what is done a few years ago by software now is done by hardware. So software must be ahead all of this. So it means you need always training, because you invent something unique, you need to explain, right? That you see, I invent this, and it will bring this and this benefit to end user, so you can use it. So our strategy is to work directly with system integrators, and of course it will be the system integrators who really want to expand their market share, because they want to be progressive. They want to have something which no one has. And these companies is actually our potential partners. And we're happy to have. Yeah.
Can you just take me through again some of the technical innovations of Intellect, just to sort of recap of those?
Okay. Yeah. If to see more deeply about technical innovations, first of all, it's as I told you that it's easy actually just to capture video, record, and show. The question is what you can have unique in these areas. One of the unique area is recording. It's actually, I mean, it's a standard thing, recording, but what we can do unique in recording. Yeah, in recording, I think we are the only company who designed the file system by ourselves. It means we are not using Windows or Linux file system, because this file systems was not designed for video management, right? They was designed to effectively store files, and they don't care how this file is fragmented on the hard drive. And this is the usual problem of the high-performance systems, that hard drive become fragmented, and you cannot control the bandwidth and the performance of your system. The only way to control it is to control the hard drive directly. So we will record on the hard drive sector by sector. We will organize the recording by ourselves to be sure that we are utilizing 100% of the bandwidth of the hardware. So this is, I think, very unique thing which needs a lot of development and research, where it is implemented now. So I think here we can say that our system is the most performance, it has the highest performance in recording. Yeah, the next thing is integration, of course, IP cameras integration. Also, our idea, we designed the interface between camera and our software, which allows us to implement any single small, doesn't matter how important feature of the camera. It means that if some vendor will produce some new camera with some unique feature, like maybe they have some special configuration of the sensor, we can get this configuration to our system. So our integration is very flexible. We can get everything what you have in camera. And also very important that you can get all the embedded detectors, all the tracks of the detectors, everything we can get to our software directly by configuring it directly from our software. You don't need any other interfaces or other proprietary software and so on. So it's full control of IP cameras. And also I think that the most innovative thing is the interfaces, because at the end every product has the same features, yeah? And the question is how this features is implemented. The good example is iPhone. I always say this example because iPhone as a telephone, as a phone, has the same features as any other phone. But the thing is how they implement this feature, right? And only this make this product really dominating in the market. And the same, we are many years in the market. We know exactly how operators work with our system. We know we don't expect that they know Windows. We don't expect they are experienced IT users. So we created interfaces for them to be easy, understandable, and effective for them in their current work. Because iPhone is really very easy to use for anybody, right? Doesn't matter what the back experience you have. So I think that interfaces is also very important part of our development, and I believe that we can be unique in this.
Now you've created a number of adaptations for various vertical markets. Could you just briefly take me through a few of those, please?
Yes, actually, I will sort through the importance. The most important and the biggest part of our share, let's say, or maybe of our income, let's say, the vertical is a integration of point of sales terminals. So it's a special solution for retail.